We got Mike Leach on the TV here next to us.
Oh.
Our inspiration, our man.
All right. If we talk about a lot of things we love on this podcast. We love special teams. We love Blink 182. We love Mike Leach. Mike Leach is the greatest.
If you haven't seen his take on candy corn and Halloween candy, you got to go check that out.
I mean, I completely hate candy corn. When I was a kid, well, gummy bears, let's see.
I saw one yesterday. There's one, so like the Athletic Communications YouTube channel for Washington State would just put like clips of his interviews about like the most random stuff. And it's like Mike Leach on dating.
Yeah.
Mike Leach on weddings.
It's a solid like 2-minute clip of him just like talking about like the ideal date.
If it's a huge night and you're really having a good time, then you can trade computer schemes.
That's great.
Mike Leach, probably the all-time greatest BYU alum in history.
Yeah, honestly.
Like of anything.
Taking everything into account.
Taking everything into account. Nobody better than Mike Leach has graduated from this school.
Forget about Jimmer.
Forget about Stephanie Meyer.
Ryan Smith.
Author of Twilight. No, it's all about
Steve Young.
Mike Leach.
All about Mike Leach. And
the pirate himself.
Speaking of pirate coaches and unorthodox methods, that's what on Bronco Mendenhall's Wikipedia page, it says he's known for his unorthodox methods. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So there's a great book Jeff Benedict, the great Sports Illustrated writer, wrote a few years back called The System. It's all these kind of like in-depth, longer pieces about college football. Every chapter is kind of a different story. There's a lot about Coach Leach in there. There's a lot about Nick Saban. There's a lot about BYU football. And this is, I think it came out in 2013. So this is a pretty good era for BYU football. There's a lot about Kyle Van Noy.
Right.
There's a lot about Ezekiel Ansah. And so there's a whole chapter about the 2012 BYU-Utah game where the Utah fans rushed the field 3 times. Worst night ever. Just going to throw that out there.
The Utah fan in suspenders that like wanted to fight Bronco.
Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, I hope that Bronco pummeled that guy and we just didn't know about it because that dude is
quickly cut. No.
Yeah, honestly. Some really good PR to cover that up.
Honestly, though.
But anyway, in the book it talks about how he rebuilt the program. We've talked about that before. He saved the program.